Hello, everyone. I'm very excited today to welcome you to another edition of our Founder Spotlight. And today we're very excited to have the founder of Orgain, Dr. Andrew Abraham. He is the CEO of one of our most popular protein brands, and he has a very inspiring story. I read a lot of your materials, and I learned that, as a young man, you had a health problem. And was that what inspired you to go into the field of medicine?
Yeah, so first, thank you so much for having
Mhm.
me. I'm honored to be here, and Vitamin Shop is a tremendous partner for us. So it actually didn't inspire me to pursue medicine. What inspired me to pursue medicine was my father. He was a pediatrician. I come from
Ah,
a family of physicians, and it was kind of instilled in me since I was young that I would follow in his footsteps.
mhm.
And I was totally fine with that because he was this amazing individual that I looked up to that was really my hero. So that was the kind of the catalyst or the reason why I wanted to pursue a career in medicine. But it was kind of life circumstances that kind of led me to this idea of Orgain. I was diagnosed with cancer my senior year of high school, and it was an aggressive cancer called rhabdomyosarcoma. And so it was a muscle cancer, and I was feeling the best I've ever felt in my life. And this little painless lump ended up changing the trajectory of my life completely. Because as I lost more and more weight and realized that I needed to kind of find a way to dig myself out of the hole that I was in, I fell in love with this topic of nutrition. And one book turned into 10, turned into
Uh-huh.
100, and turned into 150 books. Uh, and that's really what kind of opened up my eyes to this power of nutrition. And it stuck with me in such a big way because I ended up, after getting down to 100 pounds as a result of chemo, I was able to blend my own shakes at home and kind of revitalize and re-energize myself through these organic shakes. And I wasn't a firm believer in nutrition, but that transformed my thinking on nutrition and really transformed my life. So I attribute a lot of my recovery and really everything I'm doing today to this world of nutrition.
Not a lot of doctors really talk about nutrition the way you just did, and how what an impact it can have.
Yeah, I would say that unfortunately, in medical school, we only get a couple weeks of education on nutrition, which
Hmm.
is really tough to see. And a lot of medicine today is cookbook medicine. So, for
Hmm.
example, if you have high cholesterol, I'll write you a prescription. Of course, I'll tell you work on your diet and exercise, but here's a prescription and we'll check your blood work in 3 to 6 months.
Hmm.
And it's very reactive. Medicine is very reactive to ailments, right? You have diabetes, then we go ahead and react to it and we give you medicine. But really, the thing that's completely missed is that the best solution to healthcare is food care.
Hmm.
Really, what we put in our bodies, I believe, determines not only how we feel and kind of what diseases we may get later in life or lack thereof, but it really helps us kind of make sure that we are living our best life. So nutrition is fundamental and core to everything. So for me, medicine unfortunately has missed the mark there.
Uh-huh.
And nutrition allows you to be a lot more proactive so that you feel your best, you minimize your incidence of disease, and really you don't have to see a doctor if you take care
Yeah.
of what you put in your body.
And then what inspired you to actually start a company?
Yeah, so after my bout with cancer, I went on and did my residency in family medicine, really with a focus on integrative medicine. So I love this idea of combining the best of both worlds. Use conventional medicine when needed, but first, what can we do to treat the patient holistically, meaning their diet, supplementation, exercise, sleep, and so forth. And it was so eye-opening for me to kind of see how much better people felt and how they were actually coming off medications. But it was
Hmm.
also during this time that I got a lot of patients saying, I need more protein. I want more
Hmm.
nutrition. I would love to get more calories in, and I'd love to get more protein in. What do you recommend?
Hmm.
And I would give them this list of ingredients that I put in my smoothie that I made for myself when I was sick, and a vast majority wouldn't do it. It wasn't super convenient for them,
Too
right?
hard.
So
Yeah.
it's too hard. So I
Yeah.
took it upon myself, and I had this really deep conviction to start this company, Orgain. And Orgain was going to be based on the premise that it would be convenient, we would deliver on taste and nutrition, and we would make it easy for everyone.
Hmm.
And in 2009, launched Orgain thinking it was going to be just a little side project I would do during my residency and still take over my dad's practice. Um, and it ended up taking over my life. And that's what I've been doing
Wow.
ever since. And it's been extremely gratifying to see what we've done in the space.
Do you have a favorite product in the line?
That's an extremely difficult question. So I use every day, I use 2 to 3 Orgain products every day. The protein powder, that's the #1 plant protein in the US, and for good reason. It tastes delicious, has a wonderful texture, delivers on nutrition, and that's one that I use every single day. I use it post-workout. I use it if I need it as a snack, and it has high protein and a very, very low glycemic index with high fiber, and it's one of my favorite products. But for convenience on the go, I definitely go with our clean protein shake. So those are probably the two that I go to the most. And then we have a variety of flavors to keep things kind of fresh.
Vitamin Shop, what we say is that we're dedicated to helping customers on their lifelong journey. Do you have any like personal tips that you give to consumers when you chat with them?
Yeah, I mean, so today I study a lot of health and wellness, of course, longevity medicine, what we can do to add 10 years of true health to our life, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think it comes down to 4 key pillars that I always talk about. Nutrition being the cornerstone, right? Nutrition and what you put in your body is absolutely critical. And I think one of the most, if not the most important things that we could do. Sleep is another one, of course. Making sure that we're taking care of our sleep hygiene and getting the proper sleep so that we could rest and recover. Stress management, right? You want to make sure that you're managing your stress. And that could be anything from making sure that you hang out with your friends often, that you're laughing, that you have a good perspective on life. All of these things kind of come in and culminate into how you manage your stress and ultimately how your health benefits from it. And finally, exercise. And I'm not a huge proponent of, you don't have to run for an hour every day. You don't have to be super, kind of off the charts in terms of what you do for exercise. But I think the key is consistency, right? Starting with a simple 10-minute walk after dinner, if you've never exercised before, is a good start. Working your way up, being active. Even today, like as I work here, I'm on a standing desk and then I sit and then I take a call and I'm walking. I'm always moving, I think, is critically important. So I think, working yourself up to 30 to 45 minutes of exercise 3 to 4 times a week, being consistent, that's really the name of the game. And I think if you stick to those 4 pillars and really take care of yourself and check your lab work and really make sure that you're staying on top of your health, and really, I would say kind of the mental and emotional aspect of it, just having a positive outlook and perspective. Mm-hmm. All of these things will help you live a healthy, vibrant life, which is what's core to us here at Orgain.
Well, that's fantastic. And you have a lot to be proud of. Is there any one thing that you're most proud of?
Thank you. Just the one thing that I'm most proud of is seeing the results of what we've been able to do. I mean, I love seeing the growth of the brand. I love seeing the brand expand. I mean, when I walk into a vitamin shop and see our products on shelf, I have a big sense of pride, of course, in seeing where we started and where we are today. But the most gratifying thing to me is seeing the countless letters and emails of people coming off their medications, losing weight, feeling better, having more energy. Those, I think, that's probably the proudest accomplishment for me, is to see the impact that we're making and continue to make. So I hope that we're just scratching the surface, and I feel like we are, of what's to come. And I hope that we could help people all over the world.
Well, that's amazing, and what a great feeling that is to know that what you've been able to do has changed people's lives, and that's really special. Thank you so much for spending time with me today, and to all of our Vitamin Shop followers. And we are so proud to have the product in our stores. I know our health enthusiasts really have great pride in the products that we sell, and they enjoy selling Orgain. So I think we'll just continue to grow our business together. So thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, and thank you for the partnership.
Thank you.